Hi Leo, this is your reading for January 2023. I'm going to be doing a different spread this time, okay? It's called a diamond spread, alright? So I'm going to start off with your home environment, your work, your love and relationships, and your family environment, okay? The deck that I'm using is called Urban Tarot Cards, and I'm going to shuffle out for each section. Sometimes more than one card comes out, and then I'm going to clarify each section with Ramses tarot cards, okay? Alright, so let's see. Spirit, what does Leo need to know and be aware of regarding their home environment? Regarding their home environment for January 2023. What does Leo need to know and be aware of regarding their home environment? Regarding their home, what does Leo need to know and be aware of regarding their home environment for January 2023? Oh, sign of Pisces popped right out. Alright, let's see. Leo's work environment. Show me Leo's work. What do they need to know and be aware of regarding their work environment? Love and relationships. What does Leo need to see about their love relationships for January 2023? Show me their love. Libra. Show me their Leo's family environment for January 2023. Leo's family environment. Show me their family. Oh, a lot of cards came out. Okay. Alright, so Leo, what you have here, you have a lot of cards came out for your family environment. But we're going to start with your home. The moon card is here, sign of Pisces. So you may reside with a Pisces. You may live with a Pisces, whether they're a man or a woman. If it's not only the sign of Pisces, then the moon relates to your intuition or needing to see something that has taken place in your home environment. It could be with the Pisces. I'm getting something about an apartment. You may live in an apartment, or something could be going on with your apartment building. I'm getting something about like a landlord as well, or someone that owns. Like if you don't live in a house and you live in an apartment, something could be going on with the landlord, or like the agency that's responsible for running your apartment building, or the person that's responsible for it. I'm getting something about money laundering. So that could be external from you. You may not have anything to do with that, but it may affect you to some degree, because if someone is in a money laundering scandal that is surrounding you, or the person that owns where you live, if you don't own where you live, is involved with that can cause issues, and that may be what can cause you to move if that happens. That's for like maybe like one person or something, okay? If it's not anything like that, the moon is Pisces, and but I'm getting something is interesting that's going on with the Pisces element in your home environment, if you do have a Pisces in your home. And I'm getting something, I'm also picking up something about a daughter. You could have a daughter, or maybe a Pisces has a daughter. I don't know. Something's going on with a daughter in a home environment for some reason, okay? So you may not have any kids, but you may live in a setting where maybe there's somebody has a daughter somewhere, and something needs to be seen about, if you have children and you have a daughter, something needs to be seen about your daughter. If you don't have any kids or you don't have any daughters, then something needs to be seen about someone's daughter, if that makes any sense, okay? Alright, so let's do some clarification on that. Or something's going on with an apartment or like a housing situation, and something's going on with money laundering, and something is shady that's going on with the person that owns where you live, if you don't own where you live. Alright, let's do an outcome with the moon. What's going on with the moon? Show me some clarification with the moon. The Six of Pentacles. So the Six of Pentacles, I get children. The Six of Pentacles with the moon is children. So there may be something going on with a child or multiple children in your home, if that makes any sense. I keep being drawn to like a daughter. Okay, say if you're a man and you're in a heterosexual relationship with a woman, like you may end up having a daughter. Like if your wife or your girlfriend, if you're expecting a child at some point, I get something about next June. Something's going on with June with expecting a child. The spirit just said something about next June. So like you like if you're a woman, you may expect a daughter like next year if you don't have any kids. But if you're a man and you're dealing with a woman, the woman may have a child, and the child may be a daughter, or the woman may not have the woman that you're dealing with may not have a child until next June, something like that. That's one scenario. Another situation is the Six of Pentacles. It could have something to do, I get adoption, like you may consider adopting as well. Like you could be using your intuition that maybe you can adopt a child. I get something about 3, like you may have 3 children, or you want to have 3 children, or someone that you know has 3 children. But something's going on with adopting, so you may end up adopting somebody's child, or it could be, if it's not children related, the Six of Pentacles does have to do with money. So I get fostering when I said money. So you could be using your intuition that you may end up fostering like somebody's child, or like fostering children, like being like a foster parent. But I'm also getting the idea that may be how someone sees you for some reason. Like someone may see you as a foster parent, or you're gonna end up in a conversation with someone and they're gonna tell you, they're like, dude, you might as well be a foster parent. Or if you're a woman, somebody will walk up to you, sis, you might as well go into foster care. I don't know, like somebody has that perspective about something going on. It's happening in your home environment though. Maybe somebody visits you that has a lot of kids, and maybe the kids aren't being taken care of well, and they're trying to say that you should take on the kids. I don't know, something like that. Let's do another clarification on that. If it's nothing to do with children, then I wanted to get back to I get helping a landlord with the landlord issue, or somebody that owns where you live. The Six of Pentacles could mean that I get coming out of pocket. You may come out of pocket to help someone that owns a property that you live in. So if you find out that I'm getting this feeling of trying to help someone get out of a hole financially, and that could be through property ownership yourself, or as property ownership of a person that is responsible for where you live, if that makes any sense. All right, let me do another outcome on the Six of Pentacles. It's a lot going on there. You have the Three of Cups. All right, I get she's helping, or she is giving. I'm being drawn to a Pisces because the Pisces card is here, but it could be whatever water sign too, because the Three of Cups is here. You could be dealing with earth, water. The Three of Cups, it brings in the energy of the water sign. The water sign is saying there's kids in this card too. So I feel like she is going to help you. Like there's a female water sign in your home environment that can help you with some type of money. But I'm getting the idea of working elsewhere. So that could be related to the water sign or you. So you may have to work. You may do some type of work in your home. But I feel like you may not be able to do that for much longer. Like I feel like I get this idea of 6 months, because number 6 is here. So I feel like in 6 months you may not, where you live right now, you may not be there anymore. Or if you work in your home, you do something in your home related to children, you're not going to be able to do that anymore inside of your home. Like you're going to be moving with the water sign, or the water sign energy is going to let you know that we can't stay here. This is what's happening with this property, or the bank, or this co-ownership isn't working, or the landlord, whatever, something's going on with the landlord. They were involved in a money laundering scandal, or they don't have the money to pay for this property anymore, so we need to move. That's what's coming through there. Okay, so that's just a few. Or something's going on with foster care, some type of foster care that somebody is proposing you run, but something's going on with the property for that, or school, or something like that, or something's going on like that. Okay, now let's go to your work environment. Your work has the Aeon. The Aeon in this deck, this Urban Tarot deck, is the Judgment card. All right. So there may be some type of judgment. Like, it could be good or bad judgment that you face, negative and positive judgment related to something going on with work for some reason. But I'm getting the word place. So it could be the place that you work in. You know, something maybe like separate from you, the place that you work, where you work, may be facing some type of judgment. But I keep getting this idea of money laundering. I keep being drawn to money laundering for some reason. So whereas I was getting money laundering with your home, I'm also getting money laundering with some type of work. But now I'm being drawn to like an insurance company with the work as well. Something could be going on with insurance, or somebody is doing something with an insurance company and where you work. And I get corruption when I said that. So there's some type of corruption there with where you work. And what did I say just now? There's something is corruption related between something going on with an insurance company and where you work, or money laundering. Like something is strange that's going on there. All right, so let's do an outcome. But there's judgment, so it's a major arcana. So that means that it's going to impact something that you do have going on. All right, so let's do an outcome on the Judgment card. Okay. These cards are sticky. The Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles represent your finances, and the Four has to do with holding on to your source of income, basically. Okay, since there's not a person here. Okay, so, well, there is a person there, but I don't think the person has anything to do with it. It could be it's a white person that's back there, so I don't know if that has anything to do with what you have going on. You could have a supervisor that is white, or you may come across as a white female that's right here. Is a white woman that's right here walking. So, but I keep being drawn to insurance. So something that you need to do insurance related to your work. It may involve there's a white female that is involved with your insurance for some reason. But I feel this feeling you don't want to go through that individual for some reason. You don't want to go through them. Like, you feel like there's some type of obstacle if you go through them. But I feel like has money. So if you don't go through them, you're not going to get money that you need insurance wise, whether that be for a car. I mean, it's work. So insurance related to work, it would be what? Life insurance or some type of insurance, just to make sure that you're set. It can be workplace benefits and things of that nature, but you don't want to go through someone that you deem to, for some reason you have this preconceived notion that they may give you a hard time for some reason. I don't know. Okay? Or it could be just related, if it's not a workplace that you work for, you can have your own business, but there's an insurance company that you need to go through, or someone is recommending you go through, that you don't like. It could be the people or the person that runs the insurance company that you're trying to get around for some reason with the Four of Pentacles. All right, let's do another outcome. Or you could work for an insurance company. It just depends. Or you just need, if you could be trying to get insurance through your job, but they may be giving you a hard time for some reason. All right, let's do Four of Pentacles, 2, 3. The Four of Pentacles has the Hermit. All right, so the Hermit with the Four of Pentacles and the Judgment in the workplace, you can be like, there's Virgo energy here that kind of introduces the vibe of a Virgo. You could be dealing with one in your workplace, or it's Hermit because you don't know where you're going to end up working, or you don't know where. What's another scenario? I get moving also. You may move offices, like your job may move. So for example, say you work in one location in New York, for example, but maybe your company is shutting down that New York location to move to an Alabama location. So there may be some dislocation that's going on with you. in the workplace particularly, and you may end up looking for, that's why the hermit is here too, like you may end up looking for more jobs. So you have a few different scenarios that is going on here. One is dealing with an insurance company. You may work for an insurance company for somebody, and something scandalous may be taking place, or something's going on with money laundering and trying to get around an insurance company because you don't want to go through someone or somebody. And then another scenario is trying to I also get back into work. You're trying to get back into work, and something is going on there that is interesting. Okay. All right, let's go to your love relationships. All right. So you have the Justice card, sign of Libra. So you could be dealing with a Libra. I get this idea, if you're dealing with a Libra directly, they spend too much. Or you do. Somebody spends too much money. Or money may have been at the center of why a relationship broke up, or it's at a stalemate with a Libra. Okay? It's at a stalemate with a Libra. There's also blame as well. There's some, either you or them with blaming the other for some type of I also get distasteful behavior with you and the Libra. All right, let's do some, or it's just justice. If it's not only the sign of Libra, yes, you could have been dealing with one, but there's justice energy period to some type of bond that you had with someone. But it's giving me the idea of money and distasteful behavior. Okay, but let's see what's going on. All right, the Justice card. Can you clarify? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have the Strength card. So you have Libra and you have Leo, which is you. You could be dealing with another Leo as well. Leo, female, male, whichever. The Justice is with them. The Justice could be with a Leo, another Leo, because I get attraction. So the Justice is with a Leo because of attraction due to, well, it's love and relationship. So it could be like a sexual attraction or like a intellectual attraction that you have to someone. It could be both. But I get embarrassed to have. So you may be embarrassed to have that feeling towards the other person for some reason, or they are, I don't know, but they, both of you, either it's you and a Libra or you and another Leo, like somebody's embarrassed to be attracted to the other person, because I feel like if it's a Leo female that you're dealing with, they already have somebody, or you already have somebody. That's why the Pisces is here also. You tied to a Pisces to some degree as well too. All right, but I get she doesn't want to talk to me. I'm kind of getting the idea. So if you're doing, when I said Pisces, whether they're like a love partner or like, you know, just a mutual person, they don't want to talk to you. Like they may be shutting you off for some reason, like temporarily, and it could be because of your I get something that they heard something, and something that they heard, they may have been turned off by. If it has something to do with your the conversation or the relationship that you have with a Libra and another Leo, if that makes any sense. All right, but let's do another outcome on that. Oh, and the air sign male. Okay, it could be female. You have the King of Swords energy, clarifies the Strength and the Justice. I get someone's bisexual that is going on here too, with the Justice and the Strength with the air sign male. So the air sign male could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarian male, and they could be bi. I get secretly, there's somebody secretly bi, or they're secretly into, like if they're a man, they're secretly into other men. If they're a woman, they're secretly into other women, or something's going on with you. and your attraction to them, you may be attracted to them, but it may not be for the right reason. I don't know, something's interesting about that. So if you're a woman, let's go with you being a woman. If you're a woman, you're attracting a bisexual male. If that's the case, if you're a woman, you're attracting a bisexual male that you don't know is bisexual. If you're a man, it's the same situation. They don't have to be bi, they could be straight, but something's questionable about them. Okay, Then you have another Leo here, and the Justice kind of coincides with the fact that you have an attraction to someone that you're embarrassed to have an attraction to for some reason. It could have something to do with intellect and life path, or something is sexuality related about it, or the fact that someone is already tied to someone else. I got a business partner. It has something to do with being attracted to a business partner. One of them, or however many of them, could be business partners or a business partner, right? That's why the Justice is here. You see how the person is blindfolded? And that's because you have some type of feeling towards someone that, I keep getting bisexual. You could be bisexual. Or somebody else is that's here, and they're really quiet about it. But there's blindfolds. So someone isn't trying to see that for some reason. Okay? If that's not the case, then you're dealing with these elements. You know, you're dealing with, if you have a Libra here, you may have a Libra that wants to be back in your space. You have another Leo that you have attraction to, but that person may not see that you are attracted to them. And then you have an air sign male as well. That something is fluid about the air sign male's sexuality. Okay, whether you're a man or a woman, you're dealing with someone that has that going on. Okay. All right, now let's go to your family environment. Family is always the longest, I'm noticing. Okay, family environment has the 5 of Defeat, the Princess of Wands, and the Sun. Okay, this is your energy too, and it could be another Leo. The 5 of Swords with the Princess of Wands and the Sun, someone could have had a secret child, is what I'm feeling. Someone could have had, there's a son in this, but it could be a girl or a boy. Someone had a secret child. Could be a Princess of Wands in your family environment. Okay? Someone could have had a secret child. Or someone could be secretly pregnant. That could be another scenario in your family environment. Okay? Let's start with the 5 of Swords. It goes with the air element as well too. I'm feeling like if someone, you could be in a situation where if you have like a air sign that's a family member, they're really I feel like there's someone that doesn't really talk to you that much. If it's an air sign that's in your family, they don't really talk to you, but they may deal with a Princess of Wands that's a family member, or someone that's embodying Princess of Wands energy with the Sun. But with the Sun, I'm getting a pregnancy, so it kind of feels like you have a family member. I'm being drawn to a cousin, possibly a family member or cousin. Someone is secretly pregnant, but they may not be sharing those details with you. Okay? But I get a distant. I'm looking at the Princess of Wands, and I get like they could be a distant cousin. Something's going on with a distant cousin, or maybe you don't know about a distant cousin. Like maybe there's some family members that you don't know who they are. You know, if you have cousins that live in other like parts of the world and you've never met them, but somebody could be. Okay, let's see what's going on here. You may have a cousin, like you may have a family member. I'm going to go with them being like a fire sign because of the Princess of Wands. You may have a family member that lives in, I get Europe. You may have a family member that lives in Europe, like, but they're distant, like they're like a distant relative. They may be, if you're not a white person, they could be white. I get half, like you have like a biracial cousin. Somebody has a biracial cousin, but you don't know about them. Like they're a distant family member. Like they're distant, meaning like lineage wise, they're distant from you. And someone else in your family that's close to them is telling you something. Someone else in your family that you're close to, or that you're close to, that they're telling you something about this person, but they're close to this person, but you're not, and you're confused, and you're like, who is she? Like that's another element, that's another part of the story that I'm getting to. Like you're like, who is she? So say for example you're really close to your uncle, and your uncle is telling you about a cousin that you never met, and they're telling you that the cousin is pregnant, and you're like, I don't know who she is. Like that's what I'm getting with the child. All right. I keep getting distant, like they're distant. They could be a sibling that's distant. I don't know. Somebody could be like emotionally distant. They could be family that you only talk to online. like with the swords. That's why the Five of Swords is there, because this could have been a family member that you were once close to, but they don't talk to you anymore. It could have been like I get the 90s, like there's something may have taken place in the 90s with them, and they may be still upset about something that's why the Five of Swords is there. They may be upset about something that took place in the 90s, and they're not talking to you still. But the Sun is here. The Sun is here because you're finding out that same family member had a child, or they have children, whatever the situation is. So it's interesting. Let's do some clarification on that. All right, let's see. Clarify the family section. 2, 3. And it doesn't have to be Europe that they live in. They may live in another state in the United States, but you don't see them, or there's family members that you're close to that they, like, for half of you don't know that they exist. That's one element. You don't know they exist, but there's family members that you're close to that know they exist, that are close to them, and the family members that you're close to are telling you about them, but you don't know who they are. Like, that's the storyline that I'm energetically feeling. And then another scenario is that you know them, but you haven't been connected with them for years, and somebody else is telling you that they're pregnant, or they're just distant and you don't really see them. All right, so the Hierophant is here to clarify the family section. The Hierophant could be the sign of Taurus, but the Hierophant, I get advice. The Hierophant is kind of giving me an idea of advice that you could be seeking advice. It could be from a family member that you're seeking some type of advice. You're seeking advice. It could be from another Leo. It could be from another storyline. It could be that you need to seek advice. But it's like, if you seek advice, you may not want someone to share something really private that you have. I keep getting something about sexuality too. Something really private related to sexuality you're sharing with particular family members, or even a friend that you consider to be like family, but you don't want them to reiterate it. I get an aunt. You don't want it reiterated to an aunt or like an elder that is in your family. That's why the Hierophant is there too. Okay, you don't want it reiterated. So you don't have to be dealing with that necessarily. It could just be, that may be, if it's not you, then you could just be finding that out about a Princess of Wands that is in your family. Like, she may be bisexual. Okay, she may be, something that's going on with her sexuality. I get position in life too. Something's going on with the Princess of Wands, position in life, whatever that means. Like, if you look at the card, they look like they're having too much fun, and they look unfocused. Like, they look like they fell off, like their life is not going in the right direction, basically. So that could be another situation. An Aries, Leo, Sag female, that's a family member, and you're hearing some things about that person from someone else. Okay, that's a lot you got going on here. I think this is the most interesting reading that I've done so far. All right, so let's do overall outcome for the energy that I picked up here. What's the outcome for Leo's reading? Show me an outcome for Leo's reading. An outcome. Okay, Prince of Wands. That you could be embodying, whether you're a man or a woman. The Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands, the journalist, is what it says at the bottom. So this energy, I feel like, I'm picking up something really interesting. I feel like, I don't want to say what I was picking up, but I'm kind of getting this idea. Something is young, like you're older, but something is also young about you. Like, you could be older, but something is young about you. And I also get, it has something to do with how you handle a particular family member. So how you handle a particular family member could be how you handle a Pisces, a Princess of Wands, or information that you receive about a Pisces or a Princess of Wands, right? Or some energy over here, an air sign male. How you're handling certain information here is somebody may be rough about how you handle some details about people for some reason I feel inclined to say is what I'm picking up on. That's why this energy is here. But it's young, so it's a prince. So if you're older and you're showing up like a prince, it's kind of giving me the idea that I get gentle. Maybe you need to be gentle with information that comes towards you that you feel is out of your, what do you call that? The judgmental aspect. That's why the Aeon is there, right there as well too. That's to do a lot of it's judgment. That's why I like it's almost like the Celtic cross, but it's just different positions and different scenarios. But the judgment is here because I think maybe you need the prince energy. It comes in to say maybe you need to soften. You need to come down from a king to a prince with how you approach certain situations here, if that makes any sense. Maybe you need to be softer. Maybe they're judgmental about someone that you could have been, Five of Swords, you could have been embodying, and you may have been judgmental about, you know what it feels like? You may have been judgmental about a person that is in a situation that you were in before at one time, with the Princess of Wands and the Sun and the Hierophant and the Five of Swords energy too. Or something's going on with sexuality and some type of feeling with sexuality that you have, or something's going on with someone that you could be attracted to a bisexual person, but you don't know they're bisexual, or they're really quiet about that. Something is what I'm feeling. Okay, or vice versa. Something's going on with that. All right, Leo, that was your reading. Let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.